Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining me today. I'm here with my friend Nikki Maltezos. She's amazing. She's also an independent freelancer that works in costume design and does a whole bunch of things, honestly. Nikki, would you mind introducing yourself a little bit more?
Hi, yes, I'm Nikki. I'm 30 years old. I'm a freelancer. I don't have an agent, so I'm independent. I primarily work in film and television as a designer, assistant, a stylist, and also a wardrobe supervisor. I just recently made the switch to the union, so I just recently was accepted, which is already kind of like starting over from ground up and rebuilding a network and kind of starting again from the bottom of the totem pole. So before all this hit, that was already kind of a struggle, like having to navigate that. So it's just like a whole world of stuff opened up, you know, but it
Yeah,
is
so
what.
that's actually what I was curious about, is what your experience is right now and what your worries are about your job specifically, or jobs related to
Yeah.
coronavirus.
Well, I mean, the film and television industry is shut down indefinitely, um, as it should be. Uh, and it's kind of funny because it's really quite a ruthless industry. Like the hours and the conditions that we're put in are pretty abysmal quite often. So it really literally took a pandemic to shut things down. But I, I'm mostly just worried about the length of time that this is going to go on for, because I really don't have any option of working on any shows or building my network. So that's another thing that kind of stresses me out is I feel like my time is being delayed to build myself as a professional. Like it's just, I feel like just so much time was added on to that
Mm.
in order for me to further my career. But, that being said, the state of the world and health and everything, that comes first and foremost for everybody. So, I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, poor me, my career got put on hold. It's just, but it is a reality. It is something that I'm going to have to deal with. Um, I have also been doing some freelance illustration work for the past 3 years that I just worked privately with one client. And now this is something I'm thinking, maybe this is a push for me to further my career in that aspect, because that's something I can do from home.
Mm. Yeah, I was actually just talking to another friend of mine, Sarah Kogan, who also works in the film industry, and she was talking about how she's
I think
using
I
this
know her.
opportunity. Oh, it's you may have met her actually.
I think I do know her. I think I actually may have rented items from her
Oh, that's really funny.
for a short film I did.
It's
Yeah.
very possible. But yeah, she was just talking about using this down period to try and diversify um, her work resume a little bit more. And thankfully, she's already started a couple side projects, but now she's really taking time to focus on it because, as you said, the film industry's on pause for an unknown amount of
Like
time
null
right
and
now.
void right now. Yeah.
Yeah. So what are the other, what's the general vibe that you're getting from the people around you? I mean, it could even just be your neighbors and friends.
Um, my friends uh have a lot of, I mean, it depends on the groups of friends. Like my friends who are in New York specifically, I would say I have much more anxiety and paranoia because it's such
That's me.
because it's such, it's probably the most dangerous place to be in the United States right now. uh I don't know. I would say everyone's staying pretty positive, at least from what I'm getting from people, and staying productive and proactive while allowing themselves to like feel it and grieve. I've still been hit on the streets. I do
Me
not like that.
too.
Yeah,
It's really weird.
it's really weird. It is not the time to be doing that. I got, and when I told some guys to stop, and this is not the time, nor is it ever, they just started throwing insults at me, and I'm just like, this is the last On top of everything, this is the last thing I need right now.
Okay,
It's
I agree with you, but I was just thinking to myself, on the bright side, New York just doesn't change. People just get more creative, right? Like, I had a full mask on the train, and this guy just looked at me and was like, girl, we
ah,
definitely don't want you to get sick. And I'm like, what?
ew, gross.
What? This is not the
I mean, you are
time.
really beautiful, so he could tell, but also, like, it's not the time. It's not the time. And also, yeah, like, some guy was like, hey, excuse me, can I talk to you? I'm like, no, I don't know you, nor do I want to. And I'm not touching anybody right now, let alone a stranger. No, thank you. Mm-mm.
Okay, another example of New York being New York, right? Yesterday, I decided to bike into the city because I thought it would be safe. I'm not going to be on the train touching a bunch of things. And
Yeah.
I'm on, what street was I on? I think it was Lafayette. It was pretty empty, riding my bicycle. And this car comes up from behind me, just honking aggressively. And I'm thinking, why are they honking at me? There are literally no other cars. They can change lanes. And
So dangerous.
zooming like really close to my bicycle and zooms away. And I'm just thinking,
What?
wow, even when you have the option to change lanes, you're still a D-bag. But
Oh
I
my
love that because it's just like New York is not even, the
God.
personalities are the same.
That's kind of true. It feels weird, like, to literally, I'm really a homebody for the most part. And I already was home a lot because the winter is so slow for my industry. It's a very slow time unless you're already on a network show or something like that, or you had a feature film lined up, or something. And so on top of it being slow, and I also, as I said before, I just joined the union, so it's like starting from scratch. So I wasn't really working um, since January. So I've already kind of been in quarantine, so I'm going a little out of my mind. But uh, I guess I'm also very adjusted to this lifestyle right now. But I'm actually being more productive, I guess, which is good.
That's great. Do you have any plans down the pipeline for how you're gonna pivot your career a little bit, or are you just staying the course and maybe fleshing it out a little more?
I've always been very much a go with the flow kind of person, whether or not that's good, I don't know. It seems, I mean, in recent years, it seems to have worked. Uh,
I mean, you've been crushing it, you've been working all the time.
until recently.
Right. For
But
good reason. So,
yeah. Well, in the winter, but that's the thing too, is like the industry itself is so fickle. Like, it's funny you say that because literally maybe 5 months ago or something, another friend was like, wow, like you're doing really well. I'm like, yeah, now, but I might not be. But then like after that period, I might be again. So I'm actually accustomed to my profession ebbing and flowing. So that's not too much of a jolt. I'm more so worried about, I don't know, people remembering me, especially when I'm a newer element to the union, like a new addition. So, and also my main design contacts, the designers who I like have mostly worked with, or they refer me for work, they, just before this happened, they went to Canada for like half a year to work on a show. So that was already like, I already had like really pushed myself to try to reach out to new people. And they're just like amazing people. So it's kind of a bummer. They're just awesome to work with. But, you know, I don't know. So we'll see. I guess, I'm sorry, I kind of veered off from your question.
that's okay.
My plan is to kind of just, I don't know, not overwhelm myself and keeping productive um with networking and with maintaining my personal creative activities, which I haven't been too much the past couple of weeks. I've been so focused on stabilizing.
What are some of the things that you've been doing to de-stress and stay calm? Like for me, I think I'm going to start meditating more regularly. I mean, really, I was joking with a friend earlier today that it only took a pandemic for me to take sleeping and vitamins seriously. And now I'm thinking about meditation and working out like really getting motivated to stay healthy and as stress-free as
Yeah.
possible.
Right? It's like there's never been a better time to be more motivated to stay healthy for many reasons, but also like working out and exercising. I've never been someone who loves working out or like going to the gym or whatever, but I'm like, I will be more depressed if I come out of this hating myself, like the body that I'm in.
So I guess my question for you now is, what can people do to help you the most right now?
You mean like friends and family or people in my industry?
Friends, family, people in the industry, people that are going to watch this video.
I mean, to be perfectly frank, I have it really good. I'm not, putting my life on the line every day. I have a beautiful apartment. I have an outdoor space that I'm in a garden. I have my cat. I have it good right now. The worst thing that can happen is that I'm out of work. And it's been difficult filing for unemployment because the lines are just flooded right now. So that's hard. So I think the most that friends and family can do for me is just, be emotionally supportive and just check in and like regularly talk. I'm a very social person, as you know. My friends are my family. I can't imagine not knowing any of you guys. So I think just like staying in touch, especially because I live alone, that to me means the most. And just like general check-ins. And then as far as in my industry, I would like to continue to stay in touch with people. I was already reaching out to producers and stuff I know before this happened. I want to give it some time because it's just not the time right now to be networking. But I do think like us creatives sharing our work with each other and like, maintaining artistic positivity and creativity and innovation, I think that, is really inspiring to me to like keep going. And just like pushing each other to stay positive and be better and be proactive. And I don't know.
Oh my gosh. Okay. We need to figure out how to host a networking party on Zoom. And maybe it could even be a movie night where someone streams the movie and then we can see everyone's faces that's just watching it happen,
God, I'm so new to Zoom. Like you're my first Zoom whatever. Wow. It's just like I didn't realize all these things that you can do with it.
Well, I'm actually not sure. I'm just assuming that should be possible. Who knows if you can actually
Probably
do that.
is. I bet it is because like people have to be able in meetings to like watch stuff.
Right? Oh yeah, because you can share screen. Oh my gosh, this would totally work. You could share your screen with the movie and then everyone can watch it and at the end they can network. Yeah, so I think I've asked everything I wanted to ask. Yeah, do you have any closing remarks that you would like to give?
Stay positive. I guess that's really it. Dwelling and thinking the worst, darkest thoughts you can, it doesn't help. There is an end to this. When? I don't know. It will end. It's going to be really bad, if worse than it already is before it isn't, but it will be okay again. Industries will reopen. It'll be different. It's going to be hard, but it's going to be okay ultimately.
Those are wonderful words. Oh, lastly, can you do a shout out on where people can find you, like social media, or if you have a website, anything?
Sure. I'm on Instagram. My handle is Marie_Catwinette. Not my name, Nikki Maltezos, but more or less.
Awesome. Well, You guys, if you have any questions, feel free to DM me directly. Give her a follow if you're looking for a designer to hire. She's your gal. Yeah, I'll be posting some more information on her and any relevant links on Instagram stories. Bye. Let's take a pause.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Huh.
Literally, it should just be a sequence of us doing that. I've been trying to think about how to prank people on these Zoom chats, and one of them has just been to pretend like my screen's not working and see how long they'll believe it if you stand really still. You have to make a weird face, like, for a really long time.
I could just be spacing out, like.
But you can't move. You got to make them think you're frozen.
Oh, like.
Exactly.
Oh, God.